Sometimes life intervenes and the morning wager becomes the afternoon wager, but rest assured, your buddies BP and Mark Zinno are here. And boy, do we have you covered. How about Major League Baseball, the NBA, and college hoops all on the docket for this show on Tuesday? Mark Zinno, you will be happy to learn that I really will not even be promoting on today's show because my $5 play, by the time everyone has heard this, will already be underway. It was in soccer this afternoon, so that is over and done with. Hopefully, many of you got on board, and we'll catch that.
I have a $5 play that is later this evening. So, there you go.
There you go. Oh, well, I'm glad that we could be of service for you. Okay. Let's be of service to the people here. You are. So I said it was Major League Baseball, NBA, and college hoops, a 3-sport edition here of the morning wager, or dare I say the afternoon wager. You are going to do Major League Baseball. You have switched games several times throughout the day. Which one? Oh, yes. We are doing the Kansas City Royals against the winless Milwaukee Brew Crew.
Yes.
The Brew Crew. They've got the International Pitcher of the Year on the hill, although he did struggle out of the bullpen his first time out. But this is his first start. And you think the Royals could score some runs today, man?
Yeah, well, Milwaukee is no longer Algonquin for the good land. Not until the Brewers actually stop giving up, 10 runs a game. And that's really what this is about. I'm willing to play it again. They've given up at least 10 runs in 3 consecutive games, so I'll play against them that they're going to give up at least 5. Because this just in, it might not be torpedo bats. It might just be that the Brewers pitching is really, really bad. So let's go with that. And the guy that they're starting today, you mentioned his name. He's a rookie. Was it Chad Patrick? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Chad Patrick. Anyway.
Yes. No relation to Dan.
No, none whatsoever. Gave up a home run to the Yankees in the game where they lost 20-9. Pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Don't really know much about him. But you know what? I'm willing again to bet against Milwaukee here, giving up more than 5 runs or more. And the other part of this, too, is that, look, the Brewers' bullpen has been taxed to you-know-what over the course of the last 3 games because guess what? The starters haven't gone very long. So they've had 2 pitchers throw at least 50 pitches in the last 3 days, 4 pitchers throw at least 40 pitches, and 6 pitchers throw at least 30 pitches all within the last 3 days. So they have got to manage here as much as they can. Is it possible that Chad Patrick could get through 4 innings and being relatively untouched? Yeah, but I'll still bet against the Brewers bullpen against a really good Royals lineup that we know scores a lot of runs. Now, last year they scored a lot more at home than they did on the road, but still, add in torpedo bats, a bad bullpen, a taxed bullpen, and I don't care if Milwaukee scores 8 runs. As long as Kansas City scores 5, I think we're good to go here. So until they stop giving up runs at the rate that they are, I'll continue to bet against them. Let's go Royals team total over 4.5.
There you go. A little offense we are expecting in the middle of the country. I've been to American Family Field before, by the way, in Milwaukee. Good beer selection.
Yeah, okay.
Kaufman's Kansas City. Great beer selection at that ballpark.
Does he still slide down the thing? Billy Brewer?
I think yes. The Brewer, or what did they get rid of? I can't remember if they actually got. To be honest with you, I can't remember if he still does that or not. I was sliding down when I was at the stadium, but that's a different story for a different day. Let's go to the NBA here. Denver Nuggets, Minnesota T-Wolves. Mark Zinno. This is 10:10 Eastern on TNT. The second game of the doubleheader. And as we play these last few games in the NBA regular season, obviously there's still some playoff position to be decided, particularly in the Western Conference, where number 2 and number 8 in these standings are separated by just 5.5 games. So there's a lot of shifting that could still take place. You look at the Denver Nuggets. This is a team, their goal right now is just to finish with a top 4 seed, so they get at least home court advantage in the first round. The T-Wolves, on the other hand, they would like to break into the top 6 and avoid the play-in tournament. So we've got 2 motivated teams. That's always good. But what is the deciding factor for me in this handicap? Well, I believe the Denver Nuggets, Mark Zinno, should be highly, highly motivated. coming into this home game here. Why? Not only are they 0-3 in the season series against their division rival Minnesota, they've actually lost 5 straight to the T-Wolves, going back to last year's playoffs. Remember, these teams had that crazy playoff series last year in the conference semifinals. But here's a benefit of doing the show in the afternoon. A couple hours ago, some suspensions were handed down on the Minnesota side. DiVincenzo and Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, they are both sitting tonight for their role in the, dare we say, skirmish Sunday against the Pistons. This is a Denver team, Mark. I don't need to tell you that is typically very strong at home. 25-12 is their home record. It's a short number. I think it's going to take money before tip-off. Lay the 3 while you can. It's going to be up to 3.5 probably by the time you hear this. Maybe it'll even close 4. If you're juice tolerant, play the Nuggets on the money line because I think they're winning this game, buddy. Denver Nuggets, my half of the double play.
I like it. Seeding is going to matter in the West. So every Western Conference team should be fairly motivated at this point in time.
Yes, absolutely. So, but I think Denver a little bit more motivated than Minnesota here in this one. And again, they want to be at home for that first round, at least have home court advantage. All right. I have nothing left to promote today because my $5 play is already off the board. Zinno told you about his. Is there anything else you would like to tell the people before we get to this show best bet? I know we're trying to do an abbreviated version here of the show today.
No, I think we just wanted to give you guys the plays. We did not want to leave you hanging in the breach. We wanted to give you something for today. So we're going to do it quick and easy. And we are going to give you 3 winners, hopefully. And we're going to get out of Dodge. And we'll be back tomorrow for a full show.
The WagerTalk people behind the scenes just messaged me. They said, excuse me, is there a morning wager today? So, yes, everyone is waiting with bated breath for this show to be uploaded. All right. Show best bet is in the NIT.
They love us.
We did win in the college basketball crown tournament. Hopefully, some of you are actually able to bet that game because there was a bit of a
hopefully, some of you actually got the early number because the number mattered because it closed at 2 and 3.5 and 3 at least kept you at a tie or a win.
Yeah.
That number went down in favor of Washington State. So we snuck out of there with a win. We had 3.5. I did. I hope everybody else got 3 at least and got a push.
Yeah, the college basketball crown. I don't know if we're going to have a second annual college basketball crown tournament.
Do we have a college basketball crown in Coke?
I don't know. Well, we could. At the rates. I don't know. You can't bet on that one, but you can bet on the NIT. And who wouldn't want to spend their Tuesday evening betting on UC Irvine versus North Texas? In all seriousness, guys, this should be a great matchup in the semifinals. We know they're being played at Hinkle, not longer Madison Square Garden. We like UC Irvine, the old Anteaters, in this one. The Mean Green, we know they play slow, but UC Irvine, you and I, when we chatted this morning about this game, Mark, you and I both agree that the wrong team is favored in this matchup.
Yeah. And even Mr. Palm, Ken himself, has UC Irvine winning this game here. Look, I think when you look at these conferences, North Texas and the American, UC Irvine in the Big West, the American was really bad. Like, I don't think the Americans should be rated as high as they were this year, but they're only 2 conferences apart with the Missouri Valley sandwich in between them. So, the American was sort of carried by Memphis and then everybody else, right? There was
and what happened to Memphis?
Yeah, and they didn't last.
A dog to Colorado State in a 5-12 matchup. They were the 5.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Memphis played North Texas twice this year or once? Twice? Just once. They only played them once. They beat them. And I only bring that up because North Texas plays really slow. Memphis plays really fast. Well, I see a thread here because North Texas plays really slow. UC Irvine plays really fast. And so I think that's what's really ultimately going to get North Texas here. And believe it or not, UC Irvine is the better defensive team when it comes to adjusted defensive efficiency here in this matchup. The offense is pretty much grayed out the same, but I like the pace of the offense better. Same philosophy we used last night in these tournaments that we talked about. If you're giving me a dog that plays with pace in these tournaments that's going to push the pace and continue to try and get this thing moving, then I'll take the dog in that spot here. So let's take they're called the Anteaters.
Yes.
We'll take UC Irvine here plus the points. I don't think we'll need them. I think UC Irvine wins outright.
Yes, certainly a small margin to cover and not win outright. So UC Irvine, that is your show best bet. Please comment down below with what you're betting on Tuesday. You have multiple sports to choose from, certainly, as we all get ready for the Final Four on Saturday. Don't forget, we've got, if you want to get on board for the rest of the NBA season, there's a great package available right now. Either of our pages, you get the rest of the regular season. Whatever Mark and I release for the rest of the regular season, you get that for free if you buy the playoff package. And then Major League Baseball, I believe today's the last day to take advantage of that 7-day special. So if you haven't done so, do so now. Smash that like button. Make sure you've clicked subscribe. And that is going to do it for this special afternoon wager of the morning.
We're moving out.
We'll be more on time tomorrow. We promise.
Always got my back.